Morocco, the land of Ibn Battuta's birth, played a significant role in shaping his identity and inspiring his thirst for exploration. Born in Tangier, a bustling port city on the Mediterranean coast, Ibn Battuta grew up in a society that valued knowledge, faith, and adventure. The rich cultural heritage of Morocco, with its blend of Arab, Berber, and Islamic influences, instilled in him a deep appreciation for diversity and a curiosity about the world beyond his homeland. The country's strategic location at the crossroads of Africa, Europe, and the Middle East exposed Ibn Battuta to a constant flow of travelers, merchants, and scholars from various lands, fueling his desire to embark on his own journey of discovery. Morocco's vibrant cities, such as Fez and Marrakech, with their renowned centers of learning, grand mosques, and thriving markets, served as early inspirations for Ibn Battuta's travels. The country's rugged landscapes, from the snow-capped peaks of the Atlas Mountains to the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert, also shaped his sense of adventure and resilience. As he set out on his epic journey, Ibn Battuta carried with him the spirit of Morocco, a land that embraced the pursuit of knowledge, the power of faith, and the allure of the unknown. This spirit would guide him through the challenges and triumphs of his travels, making him one of the most remarkable explorers of his time.
Ibn Battuta embarked on his journey to Egypt in 1326. As a young explorer from Morocco, he was driven by a thirst for adventure and a desire to seek knowledge about different cultures and societies. His travels were not just about visiting different places, but also about immersing himself in the local customs and traditions, learning about the history and politics of the regions he visited, and documenting his experiences for the benefit of future generations. Upon reaching Egypt, Ibn Battuta was struck by the rich history and vibrant culture of the region. Egypt, with its ancient civilization, majestic monuments, and bustling cities, was a fascinating destination for the young explorer. He was especially captivated by the bustling city of Cairo, which was a center of trade, politics, and culture in the medieval Islamic world. During his time in Egypt, Ibn Battuta explored the city of Cairo and its surroundings, marveling at the grand mosques, bustling bazaars, and magnificent palaces. He also visited important historical sites such as the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx, which left a lasting impression on him. Ibn Battuta was also keen to learn about the political and social dynamics of Egypt. He spent time in the courts of local rulers, engaging in discussions with scholars, poets, and officials, and gaining insights into the governance and administration of the region. His keen observations and detailed accounts of his experiences provide valuable information about the society and politics of Egypt during his time. During his time in Egypt, Ibn Battuta also had the opportunity to visit other important cities and regions in the country, such as Alexandria, the Nile Delta, and Upper Egypt. Each of these places offered unique insights into the diverse landscape, culture, and history of Egypt, further enriching his travel experiences. Overall, Ibn Battuta's journey to Egypt was a significant chapter in his extensive travels across the Islamic world. His time in Egypt not only broadened his horizons and deepened his knowledge of different cultures, but also enriched his understanding of the interconnectedness of the medieval world. Ibn Battuta started his journey to China from a city called Calicut in India. He got on a big ship and sailed across the Indian Ocean and the South China Sea. The journey was long and sometimes scary, with storms and pirates, but Ibn Battuta was brave and kept going. When he finally reached China, Ibn Battuta was amazed by everything he saw. China was a huge country with lots of different people, big cities, busy markets, and beautiful palaces. He saw tall mountains and wide rivers, and he loved exploring this new and exciting place. One of the best parts of his trip was when he visited the capital city of Beijing. It had grand palaces, big temples, and busy streets. Ibn Battuta was impressed by how well the city was run and how smart the people were who lived there. While in China, Ibn Battuta met with many important people, like scholars and officials. He talked with them about how China was ruled and what life was like for the people who lived there. He wrote down everything he learned so that others could read about it later. Ibn Battuta also traveled to other parts of China, like the Yangtze River and the Silk Road. Each place he visited taught him something new and interesting about China's land, people, and history. Ibn Battuta made many friends in China. He found the Chinese people to be kind, curious, and respectful. He was surprised by how many different types of people lived in China, with different beliefs and ways of life, but all living together in one big country. Ibn Battuta started another journey to a busy trading city called Calicut on the southwestern coast of India. Ibn Battuta was amazed by the busy ports, colorful markets, and different cultures he saw in India. He was impressed by the fancy palaces, big mosques, and crowded bazaars in many of the cities he visited. During his time in India, Ibn Battuta went to many cities, including Delhi. He also traveled to Bengal and visited the royal court in a place called Sonargaon. Throughout his travels, Ibn Battuta met with kings, smart people, and everyday folks, learning about how people lived, worked, and played in different parts of India. Ibn Battuta sailed from India to the islands of Indonesia. He was amazed by the green forests, colorful markets, and friendly people he met. He visited busy trading cities like Sumatra, Java, and Sulawesi, where merchants from all over the world came to buy and sell things. Ibn Battuta was curious about the different cultures and traditions of the people in Indonesia, so he spent time learning about their customs, languages, and religions. He also visited Islamic schools and mosques and talked with scholars and religious leaders. Ibn Battuta was happy to see that his religion, Islam, was strong in this faraway place. One of his favorite parts of the trip was visiting the powerful city of Malacca, which was an important trading port. He was fascinated by the busy city and the people from many different countries who lived there. Ibn Battuta loved the beautiful nature in Indonesia, like the tall volcanoes, pretty beaches, and colorful forests. He made friends with kind and generous people, including rulers, scholars, and merchants, and learned a lot from them about the world. Ibn Battuta traveled from his home in Tangier across the Sahara Desert to the Kingdom of Mali, which was one of the richest and most powerful empires in West Africa at that time. When he arrived, a famous king named Mansa Musa was ruling the empire, making Mali a very wealthy and exciting place to visit. Ibn Battuta was amazed by the busy markets, beautiful buildings, and lively culture in Mali. He especially liked the city of Timbuktu, which was a center of learning that attracted scholars and students from all over the Islamic world. He even got to meet Mansa Musa, who welcomed him kindly and shared stories about Mali's success. As he explored Mali, Ibn Battuta noticed that people had different beliefs and ways of life, but everyone lived together peacefully. He was very impressed by the legendary city of Timbuktu and its many libraries, mosques, and scholars. Traveling through Mali helped Ibn Battuta appreciate the empire's rich culture and the strength of its people. Meeting people from different backgrounds also helped him understand the Islamic world better. After spending a long time in Mali, Ibn Battuta continued his journey to other parts of Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, and India, writing about his experiences in his book, The Rihla. Ibn Battuta's remarkable journeys and the detailed accounts he provided in his book continued to inspire and educate people around the world, offering invaluable insights into the fascinating cultures, peoples, and places he encountered during his travels in the 14th century.